Hey guys, welcome back. Check out this recruit. Name's Trevor Wood, coming out of Charleston, South Carolina. Big 6'3", 234 pounds. And the big thing that got my attention, 90 strength on a will linebacker. Yeah, I think we're either going to have to put him on the line, or we're going to have to find a spot for him. And I'm just going to double what he wants for NIL. Try not to go after too many 4-stars because of the whole year one expectations of the way that the game is still messed up for year one of a lot of people's dynasty. But even then, I think we'll be fine with the update. Now we're going to take on Maryland. They're 5-4, 2-4 in conference. We're looking to try and improve our record once again. And we hit the road to take on the Maryland Terrapins. For what it's worth, this has been a very fun last week. This most previous video just broke over 100 views, and as much as I was trying to sit there and wait, I really do want to get this out some more. And I do have to give a shout out to 90 Gamers. If you're watching, thank you for giving me that shout out. You have no idea how much that's allowed things to grow, even if it's a small growth, a big growth. Any growth is greatly appreciated. And as we get into the game, last week Colton Joseph had a couple misfires. 3 interceptions. Let's see if we can avoid doing that today. It'll be a handoff to Sama. He's going left side. Plenty of open field. And that's going to be a first down run. Great way to start the game. 17 yards on the ground. We'll come back. Same formation. Another handoff for Sama. And our luck is not the same 2 times in a row from that formation. Going into the shotgun now. And Joseph has pressure directly in his face. That's an incomplete pass. That'll throw us to 3rd and 9, where Joseph looks downfield for Grant Stack. And this one's nearly intercepted by the defense. Now we'll be looking at Malik Washington. If I'm correct, I believe he transferred from somewhere up north. Probably Oregon State. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I could be right, I could be wrong, but on to the rest of the game. I got to pay attention more. Washington goes out left side. This one is complete for only 1 yard. I'm surprised the refs only gave him 1. I could have sworn that was going to be a little bit more. Looked like it was going to be more. Now Washington short finds a man. This one goes for 4. 2 of 2 to start the day for 5 yards. Now they're going to send the man out. Washington takes a quick step. He's sacked by Robinson. We send the corner blitz, and we're able to make the most out of the situation. So we force our own little 3 and out. As now Joseph goes for Stack. He's hit down for a gain of only 1 on a shallow cross. 2nd and 9. Shotgun formation. Joseph rolling out right, looking down the field. And this one broken up. He wanted to go for Chris Brooks Jr. And again, some of these dangerous passes that he's been known for this season. As now he'll find Brooks and not able to get to the first down marker. So that'll be another 3 and out. It's been a defensive game in this first quarter. I mean, it's only been about 5 minutes. Now Washington is going to pitch this one out at the last possible second. And plenty of running room for Williams. That'll be 24. Maryland starting to move down the field easily as Williams will hit us with a gashing run directly up the middle. They are running some of that hurry-up offense, so they're trying to keep us in the position they got us in right now. 1st and 10, Washington's going to pass this time, looking short. This one would be caught for a gain of 5 and an injury timeout. It looks like we're going to be losing Garner, so one of our defensive ends is going to be out for a minute. Williams finds a hole up the middle, breaks a tackle, and he's got a first down. 3 rushes, 55 yards. Our run defense is struggling as Williams gets another gain of 7. Trying to figure something out, get some correct subs in. Williams up the middle will get us to the 1st and goal. So defense trying not to break and allow 7 to come on the board. A handoff to Williams. He'll be tracked down by Will McDonald. That's going to bring him to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal. Washington hands it off to Williams. And he is stopped right at the 1. Inches to go. 3rd and goal, handoff right up the middle and stuffed by Cooper Catalano for 4th and goal, and they will kick a field goal. Now Joseph, 1st and 10, sacked for a loss of 8 by Javon Parker. 2nd and 18, pressure's coming. Short to Sama is going to get back a gain of 6. 3rd and 12, trying everything we can to avoid a 3-and-out. Pressure coming. Joseph has this one broken up, was looking for Malachi Coleman. Now we're going to have to punt this one away, and the punt would go to the 50-yard line, and Maryland's going to start at the 45, so we're going to ask the defense to stand tall once again, or at least make the attempt. And after a false start, it's going to give them 1st and 5. Washington sails this pass. So that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 5. A handoff directly up the middle will be a gain of 4. Catalano showing a little bit of wear and tear now. Another handoff directly up the middle and stopped. It'll be 4th and inches. It looks like they want to go for it. They're coming out of some strong jumbo formation. It's a handoff right side, and 1st down will be gotten by the Terrapins. So not able to just force a turnover on downs. Maryland still has a chance to get some points. Washington goes short. This one would be caught, turned into a gain of 9. Now on 2nd and 1, Washington hands this one off. A great cutback. 1st and goal from the 2. Maryland showing us how it's done. A handoff to go up the middle, tackled by Perkins. So 2nd and goal from the 3 after losing 1 yard. Sending a man in motion, trying to go for the RPO. Tackle down at the 1. 3rd and goal from the 1. We've been here. We've seen this. Can we stop them again? Handoff up the middle. Stuffed again at the goal line. 4th and goal coming up. Will they get the play off before the end of the 1st? The answer is no. And because of that, and them using up that bit of time there, coming into the 2nd, they would elect to kick a field goal and go up 6-0 against the Badgers. Really would love to have seen what was going to happen if they would have went for it on 4th and goal. Sama trying to go up the middle. Stack not able to hold the block well enough. That'll be only a gain of 3. Now we're going to have Brian Jackson, the 2nd, check into the game. He's going to take a handoff, trying to push the pile, and he goes nowhere. As we're looking at a 3rd and 7, Joseph sails a pass, looking for Kearney, and again, we're having to punt, and our defense is having to stay on the field. Another handoff directly up the middle, and that's going to be a face mask, and I could not believe it when I saw it. I still didn't want to believe it. But when we take a look here, which is very shocking to grab the face mask. Like, he had to reach up and just yank it down. But anything to not get run over these days. Now, Washington has a completion. That'll be a 1st and 10. I forgot why I did that. I had a whole idea on why I did that. Why I zoomed in. And it just... I don't remember, but 1st and goal from the 1. Here we go again. Handoff up the middle, losing 4. That's going to put them all the way back to the 5-yard line. Now getting forward momentum, going back to the 2. 3rd and goal. Handoff going right side, stonewalled at the 1. Will they go for it on 4th and goal with Smith? It looks like they're going to try it. Can we stuff them on the goal line? They want to pass, and it's incomplete over the head of his intended receiver. Trying to get out of our own end zone. You can't even see Sama in the backfield because of the score bug. That's just how deep into our own end zone we are. At our own 1, a handoff up the middle. Sama's going to get us some breathing room and put us at the 10 to bring up 2nd and inches. More pistol formation today. Handoff to Sama. He cuts back against the grain. He gets a 1st down. He's stiff arming his way forward, and he's all the way up to the 21. A little bit of life in this Badgers run game. Handoff to Sama again. Able to gain another 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Sama continues to stay in the game. There'll be another handoff for him. This time losing 1. So that's going to put us into a 3rd and 8. As we are having Joseph scramble. Is he going to make it? He does not. That's going to bring up 4th and inches. And on 4th and inches, we go for it, and it's going to be incomplete. Not able to get anything there. Now we're looking at 1st and 10 from the 31 as we turn the ball over on downs. Maryland has 31 yards to get to the end zone. And Washington goes ahead and moves them up another 6. That'll bring 2nd and 4 from the 25-yard line. And handing it off to Smith. Losing 2. That's big boy Russell in the middle. Smith takes another carry. Trying to be a little sneaky on that 3rd and 6. Going nowhere. And that's going to force another field goal attempt where Maryland would make it and they would go up 9-0. I don't know if I really want to credit our defense. No, if I want to credit Maryland's defense for how well they're playing, or if I just want to say our offense is playing absolutely terribly as Jackson gets off a good first down run. That's going to get the ball up to the 30-yard line. Jackson stays in the field. Joseph goes short, finds Coleman. He's going to get a gain of about 5. 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Jackson up the middle, bouncing off of would-be tacklers, continuing to stay on his feet, and he turns that into a gain of 3. All right, Jackson, stay in the game, man. 3rd and 2. Joseph goes short. This one's caught by Brooks. Forward progress would give him the first down. 1st and 10, 2.5 minutes left to go. Jackson brought down for no gain. And they are going to lose a player on the Maryland defense. Now Joseph looking right side for Steck, and he'll be able to gain 2. But that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Joseph steps back, pressure coming, looking upfield, picked off. Maryland's defense turns us over and gives their offense great field position as we've hit the 2-minute warning, and they have 43 yards to go to try and get to the end zone. And he's going to go down. Washington gets sacked by Junior Poyser. That's going to bring up 2nd and 17. Let's see if we can capitalize on that. Washington goes short. He'll gain 6 yards back. But unfortunately for them, that still turns it into a 3rd and long. They are behind the chains. See if we can get the big boys up front to get us a great pass rush. 3rd and 11. Washington, there's some pressure coming, but he's lobbing one up. And incomplete, nearly caught. That probably would have made me rage a little bit. Now Joseph, with 1:13 left, he's going to scramble, and he's going to slide for the first down. It really feels like they either let me slide or they just have him dive. As Joseph would go, not short, kind of about 10-ish yard gain down the field for Grant Steck. Now a draw play for Sama, trying to be sneaky, and that's going to get us 10. We have 40 seconds left to go in this first half, trying to at least get the field goal range, going for a screen pass, and what was that? Please tell me why he threw the ball like that. Just a ham sandwich that goes 5 yards. Joseph steps up in the pocket on 2nd and 10. And this is what I'm talking about. He dives for the first down when he doesn't need to. I wanted him to slide, but he dives. Now Joseph looking down the field, had a man, incomplete. That would have been nice and would have brought us within 2 points. Instead, now 2nd and 10, Joseph's rolling out right side and fumbling the ball. And that's going to turn it into 3rd and 24. Joseph now on a cold streak. All the incompletions, the fumble, the interception, another incompletion. Now 4th and 24. I really thought about this. I really did. We could punt them the ball, or we can be bold, and we can be brave. We can call a timeout, because what do we have to lose? What could they possibly do with 10 seconds left if we don't get it? 4th and 24. Joseph stepping up, launching one for Brooks, and that's going to be a first down. 5 seconds left to go. We are in field goal range, and we are going to finally get on this board. 2 seconds left to go in the first half. So, with us going into half down 6 and trying to see what we can do, we take a look around the nation. Texas Tech is taking it to Oklahoma State, but they're hanging in there. Miami's beating up on Duke. Colorado's beating Houston. And Temple and UAB in their little rivalry. No, it's Troy, not Temple. UAB doesn't have a rivalry with Temple. But they're tied 14-14 as Smith has a first down run. Come out of the second half here and already giving up a gain of 10. Smith, once again, this time only able to gain 1. Now, with it being 2nd and 9, they would try to go for the RPO. We have somebody out there, but just not able to make the tackle. We have to wrap up on that. 3rd and inches. Need a defense to try and get off the field here. We finally got him into a 3rd down. A handoff directly up the middle on the draw. We're not able to get that one stopped. So the drive will continue. It is 1st down. A handoff going left will only result in a gain of 2. So now it's 2nd and 8. Smith checked back out of the game. Looks like he won't be coming back in for a little bit. Looking at a 3rd and 3. What about Howard now? We're just seeing every single one of these running backs come in for Maryland, and sacked is Washington. He tried to run up the middle and just nothing there for him. Russell able to track back. Any D tackles, anybody in the defensive line truly understands how great of a play that was by Russell to be able to close that gap and make sure that Washington could not go get the first. As we're here 1st and 10, Coleman's not able to catch it on the curl route. I mean, he had it in his hands, but jarred loose by the defensive back. 2nd and 10. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Maybe Joseph sees something that he wants to try and take advantage of. It's on 2nd and 10. Maneuvers a linebacker. Finds Brooks. He's scrambling left side, and he's going to get out. Pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Pitch this one out to Sama on the option play, and we're going to lose 3. Trying not to go backwards is pretty hard. Joseph has pressure at his back. He's running down the field, finds Brooks, and incomplete. Not able to hold on to it as the way he fell to the ground. And this time, Joseph throws incomplete, and we would have to punt the ball away. They do try to get us a jump off sides. They don't snap the ball. Try to do it again, handing it off up the middle, and tackled down Robertson. Able to stop that play for a gain of 4. Now another handoff. A 1st down run. Stiff arming a man. Trying to spin out another one. And being stopped at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 right hash. RPO left side. Cutting it up the field. Got to turn that ball up earlier on Durr Jr. if he really wants to get more yards. So 2nd and 3. A handoff going directly up the middle. They've been able to get some pretty good straight up the middle runs with Howard. And now we're starting to see even more backs coming to the game as Howard was shaken up. This time handing it off to the right side. 2nd and 6. Matthew Jung able to make that tackle from the safety spot. Really got to figure out the run defense. I've been having some trouble as they keep changing every single thing when it comes to updating something. And we got to make an adjustment. I just want this stuff to be left alone so I can just play the game and have some fun. But I guess there's also the challenge of, you never know what's going to happen. Like this gain of 8 on a run play directly up the middle. Or this 1st down run. Can't stop it all. So now 1st and 10. Looks like Howard checks back into the game, going right side. And this time we're able to get him for a loss of 2. Nicholas Clayton able to make that positive play for us. Now, quick thing. Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure they run like a 3-4, and the game has them as a 4-3 multiple, which means they can run a little bit of both. I don't like that. It's a 3-4 and 2-4-5. Oh, thank God he ain't catch that. I chose the wrong moment to try and bring that up. But we'll just take a look at this because I thought for sure this was a touchdown. I promise you, I thought this was a touchdown. And I'm very surprised it wasn't. So Maryland had to kick another field goal. As we're approaching the end of the 3rd. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Handing it off to Sama. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to go for 4 yards. It's an RPO to go outside and actually it was complete, but we did lose a yard for Coleman. Joseph, pressure coming, finding Brooks Jr., and he cannot outrun the safety. But it will get us a first down up to the 35-yard line. Now hand off to Sama. He's got some running room. Juke's left, trying to outrun a defender. And it was one-on-one with the safety, just not able to have that quick burst. Now Sama picks up a great block. If that block isn't picked up in the middle, I promise you we're looking at a loss of about 3. But that's going to be a first down run. 3 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Jackson tries to bounce it back from right to left, and he would end up losing a yard. Fourth quarter, down 9. Starting with a flag of a delay of game. Those motions just take too long when, you take forever to get everything set up. As we go outside to Grant Stack, he'll get a gain of 13. That'll get us 3rd and 2. Handoff by Sama. And stopped short of the goal line. We're going to end up trying to kick a field goal. I don't know about going for it again on a 4th down. Maybe we should have. As we would make this field goal, that'll bring the score 12-6. We just need one good stop, and we just need to score a touchdown, and we'll be fine. So let's see about stopping the Maryland offense as they go for a run of 5. They're going to send them out of the backfield now. Washington, short, complete. And that'll be another first down. I think he just loves going to that number 1 receiver. It's either him or a tight end. Him, tight end, or a back. I mean, when you got the big 3, you got what you got. Now Washington goes outside on an RPO. This one, he's going to fall forward as he fights, and he'll get a first down. Taking nearly 30 seconds in between every play, Maryland's offense able to gain 2. Posa tackled him down pretty hard there. Because of an injury timeout, the clock would stop. So 2nd and 8. Going for a wide open RPO. Nobody was there. Everybody jumped the short route. And like I said, a whole 30 seconds gone. Now 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. And I do like what Witt does there. I just hate that he's a senior. I would love to see him progress a little bit more. He hasn't gotten a whole lot of play time. But I've been moving the wear and tear sliders to keep fresh on almost all the defense, just so we can especially see more players coming. I think I'm going to keep it that way. Should be a way for a lot of players to develop. Washington takes on a QB draw up the middle, and he's going to get the first down, but there is a flag, and it looks like it's going to be on Maryland. It looks like it's going to be a holding penalty. That's going to give us another opportunity on 3rd down, make it 18 yards to go. On 3rd and 18, Washington's just going to go short and lose 4. So 4th and 22 turns into 1st and 10 for your Badgers. And a gain of 1 for Sama. Joseph, pressure coming. It's a screen. Finds Sama looking left side. Stiff arms a man. And gets that into a first down up to the 29-yard line. Now Joseph pitches this out to Jackson. Jackson trying to fight through. He'll fall forward for a gain of 2. Been running the heck out of this ball. I think we're going to end up with more rushing yards than passing yards this game again. Trying to go to Coleman, and that one's going to be incomplete. Now on 3rd and 8, Joseph looking for Brooks and incomplete, and we have to punt. Defense playing really well, and I feel like we're just squandering it as an offense. We're just not giving them, what's really going to help them as Maryland's going to lose one of their many offensive weapons they've been using against us today in the form of Webb. Turn that RPO into a gain of 3. And now 3rd and 2, a handoff up the middle, stopped. Hammond Russell having none of it. They got to punt us the ball back. We have just under 5 minutes. Try and get down the field. Darian Dupree gets a gain of 7. That's a good way to start off this drive. We are going to lose Cubberly, though, for a minute. As Coleman's going up the field, breaks a tackle, and he crosses midfield. Joseph just now crossing 150 yards. Cubberly will be back in the game later. Sama not able to fight through that tackle. It's 1st and 10. Well, that was 1st and 10. Now it's 2nd and 10. Joseph goes short. This one's going to be incomplete. Jacob Harris not able to hold on to it. 3rd and 10 this time. Again going to Brooks, and he turns it into a 4th and 1. It looks like we're going to go for it this time. We're going to try and find anything. I mean, they got everybody stacked across the line of scrimmage, kind of daring us for whatever play we choose. We choose a run up the middle, and Sama's just going to get enough for the 1st down to keep this drive alive. And this time he goes backwards for a loss of 2. That's what Maryland was hoping for on the previous play. They send pressure up the middle. Joseph gets this one out to Shamar Rigby. That'll be 3rd and inches. 2 minutes left to go in the game. A handoff to Jackson. He's stuffed. 4th and inches. We need to pick this up at a chance to win the game. We hand it off to Jackson, and he's not going to get it. That's 1:30 left. We do have all 3 timeouts to try and get this ball back one more time. A handoff up the middle. Great run will result in a gain of 8. We would have to call our 1st timeout. That is not what we want to see. On 2nd and 2, strung out. Post is able to make the tackle. I think they lose 1. Calling our 2nd timeout. No, they would gain 1. It's 3rd and 1. Handing it off again. Posa gets spun out, but we're still able to make the tackle. That'll bring up 4th down, and they would punt the ball. Now with 1:10 left, no timeouts, down 12-6. We have to get into the end zone. There is nothing else for us as Joseph goes down the field for Dupree and incomplete. Right decision, just not soon enough. Now on 3rd and 5, Joseph goes short to Stack. The clock will stop with a 1st down, but we need to go hurry up and get on this field, or get up the field. Now Joseph tried to go short. He will have a completion, but time is just ticking away. 30 seconds. Joseph looking downfield, looking for Rigby, incomplete. I mean, with that incompletion, the clock does stop. There's a positive out of everything. Joseph rolling right, and he's going to launch this one down the field. Broken up, and there's a flag on the play. They're going to say that he was just past the line of scrimmage before he threw that ball. Now, 3rd and 7. It's going to turn into 4th and 7 as they decline the penalty. Joseph has a man downfield. It's Brooks inside the 30 at the 27. And we're going to get the clocking play down. 9 seconds left. Joseph looks like he wants to scramble. He'll get the 1st. 4 seconds. We need to get up there and either clock this ball or get a play. We need to get something. The clock has started to move again. Everybody's set. No, that is how this game's going to end. We could not clock the ball one more time for one additional play. And Maryland's going to, I want to say escape, but I don't think that's the right word. Is escaping would mean we would have won this game. They held us to 6 throughout the entire game. No touchdowns were scored in this game at all. 6 field goals kicked. Okay, so only positive I have out of this, there's a couple. We did just get a hard commit from Ben Hacker. We're going to take on Purdue next, but as this intro for Purdue plays, I will say with the Maryland game, that is probably the best our defense has played all season. And the only reason I'm not counting that FCS game is because I truly believe we should beat an FCS opponent like that. Anything can happen, but I'll say it like this. That is the best that our defense has ever played this season in conference. Now, as we are here in Indiana to take on the Purdue Boilermakers, we've dropped to 4 and 6. I think maybe we still have a chance in the bowl game, but with as many teams as there are right now, I don't know. We might be a team that, even if we make the record, I don't know if they're going to give it to us. White on top of red for your Badgers. And toss out right side. Great blocking for Sama. He's going to get a 1st down. 15 yards. So we're able to start back-to-back games with a good run of at least 15, and that's an incompletion on the RPO. 2nd and 10. Joseph looks downfield, finds Brooks. They're going to say he held on to that long enough. That turns into a 3rd and 1, going for a power option, and Joseph fights for the first down. Now 1st and 10. A handoff to Sama, not able to hit the hole. It was there. We're only going to gain 1. Now on 2nd and 9, Joseph moving left, looking downfield, finds Grant Stack. He's going to try and run through a man, and he's going to be tackled at the 18. So already in the red zone in just about 5 plays now. Looking pretty good so far in this game. Can we please do what we didn't do last game and score a touchdown? Sama tried to take the toss outside, forced to cut it back up into the teeth of the defense. Joseph has a man wide open, and that's Rigby. No one around him. Turning it into a 3rd and 5. Now Joseph wants to scramble. Moving out right side, looking down the field. Incomplete, nearly picked off. I think he should have just kept that, tucked that ball and run. Maybe he would have made it. And we have yet to score a touchdown in this video, or in this episode. Facing another QB who has gone through a quarterback masterclass in Ryan Brown. I swear I've played this one before. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I get these games have been out for a couple of years, and, you know, so at some point you start playing the same people again. But I swear, like, I did this. I don't think it was last year. I think it was, like, 25. I'm thinking too much. Forgive me for that. Okay, 2nd and 9. Brown takes a deep drop back. Looks like he wants to scramble for it. Nope, steps up and baits the entire secondary. Well, baits the linebackers at least to go ahead and make the correct decision, and he's going to get them a first. Now Brown will hand this one off, losing 2. Liam Danitz finally back from that injury he suffered earlier in the season, and he's trying to make an impact. He is a senior, so season has been definitely cut short. Intercepted by Robinson, and he's gonna take it the distance. You know, that would have been nice to have last game. That probably would have won us the game last game. I'm not blaming the defense at all when I say this, and no, I know my voice does not carry sarcasm very well. I'm just saying it would have been nice to have a pick. That's a great run, a great spin. We'll turn that into a first down at the 40, with Purdue having that ball back. Great tackle by Mason Posa. Now 2nd and 10. A handoff going right side, a gain of 9. Not able to have the same success on the defensive side. 3rd and 1, trying to string them out, and stopped. Not able to get the first down on 4th and inches. They will punt us the ball and drop us at the 5. 1st and 10 for Sama. He's got running room up the middle. Juke's left side. And if he just cuts that upfield, I think he's going for 6 to be able to smell the end zone. Wanted to try and get to the outside a little bit too fast there. You know, just beelined it for the sideline. Handoff for Sama. He cuts it up. Gaining 6. I can definitely say we have not seen like one of those powerful or one of those long touchdown runs. And, you know, you like, I feel like anyone who's a Wisconsin fan, you see those a lot, or at least like a good amount. Just a powerful, nice little run, maybe a couple broken tackles, or maybe just hits the hole right and just gone for 60, 70 yards. We've yet to do that. So now Joseph pitches this one out to Sama, and he's going to gain 7. And I know that's partly because of my play, but yeah, we just haven't seen it in this series. Hopefully we'll be able to see it. Asama trying to juke right. Not able to break that tackle. You know, I was going to say we haven't scored a touchdown in 5 quarters. Unless the offense decides to go score now, I can technically still say that we have not scored an offensive touchdown in 5 quarters. 2nd and 5. Joseph, play action. Gets his tight end absolutely baptized by the defender. Now 3rd and 5. Joseph scrambling for it. He will get us a first. Can we break the offensive no-score streak through this quarter, please, as Jackson takes that carry? Oh, I finally had that RPO called right. Finally had it dialed up correctly, and Joseph's not able to make the throw. Darian Dupree is going to turn that into a nice little gain. So we're looking at 3rd and 5. Joseph screen pass. Dupree, he's going to get the first. Trying to cut back against the grain for his blocker. Now 1st and 10. First and goal. Hand off to Dupree. He's stopped at the 6. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been 5 offensive quarters of no scoring. That is a drought I desperately would love to end. That's an offsides penalty, which doesn't do much. 2nd and goal. Going for the screen pass to Kearney, and he's going to be in. You know, haven't seen that tunnel screen all season, or never really felt like it was the right time to call it. That, or they were just running a great coverage against it. It would get underneath the linemen, but here it worked out beautifully. Up 17-0 against Purdue, and we finally scored an offensive touchdown, so I can shut up about that now. On 2nd and 10. Brown looking, finds a man. That'll be a gain of 6 up to the 31-yard line. On 3rd and 4, Brown looks like he wants to run for it, and he had a man, but the ball's just not placed in the best of spots and not able to be completed. So it'll be a handoff to Sama as we would get this ball back. He gets absolutely popped. That'd only be a gain of 2. Trying to get to the outside. Probably should have hit the hole earlier. Losing 1. That's a 3rd and 9. Joseph looks like he wants to run for it. Trying to pick up a block from Rigby. He does. And he's tackled down in bounds at the 48. So he would cross midfield. Handoff to Jackson. Finds a hole. Runs through one defender before being brought down for a gain of 8. On 2nd and 2, Jackson looking for anything, not able to find it, losing 2. Now 3rd and 4. Joseph wants to move right, looking down the field. This one nearly intercepted. I don't know what it is. It's so easy to throw an interception. I don't know why we do that. Now 1st and 10, this would be a handoff, and that's going to result in 3. 2nd and 7, going down the field. This one's caught. That's going to be a first. Oh, I don't like this. Purdue finally starting to wake up a little bit. 1st and 10, handoff up the middle will result in only a gain of 2. You know, that's the kind of defense I want to see. If they're going to run it, make them gain every yard. If they're going to pass it, make them feel every hit. 3rd and 8 for Brown, looking and batted away at the line of scrimmage. Sam Iberg is able to get up there and swat that thing down as Jackson's going to gain 3 on this run. Now 2nd and 7, Jackson stays in the game. Still no Sama. That will result in a nice little gain of 2. Joseph finds Brooks, and he makes a great catch in front of the defender. Would be tackled almost immediately, but we are able to get a first. Now Jackson, 2nd and 6. After that gain of 4, Joseph play fake, rolling right, looking down the field, incomplete. Just out of the reach of the receiver. Now 3rd and 6, Joseph hit as he throws. The blitz came directly up the middle, and we just held on to that ball a little bit too long. So now Brown brings his Purdue offense back onto the field. Austin Kawecki shaking up. We will get our center back later, but it would have been nice for him to be on the field a little bit more. 1st down for Purdue. Ryan Brown. Just not having a terrible game. Yeah, he did throw a pick, but Robinson just made a great play. The only thing that was open enough for him to throw. Robinson makes a great play, turns it into 6. Play fake for Brown, pressure coming. And his receiver's able to hold on to that one. Iberg not able to jar that one loose. 3rd and 4. We send a little bit of pressure. Brown hit as he throws. Finds a man. He's open. He's got running room. He's tackled at the 24. First and 10 as Georgia Southern is taking it to Troy, 14-0 at the bottom of your screen. This one's caught. I thought that was either going to be an incompletion or a pick. Can't tell you how much joy I almost jumped for. Multiple linebackers in the hole, and we still couldn't make that tackle. That's going to turn into a first and goal. And that would be the 2-minute warning. Coming out of that, Brown finds a man wide open. He breaks one tackle before being stopped at the 4 with 1:53 left to go in the first half. A handoff, looking right side, completely unblocked and into the end zone. So Purdue would not remain scoreless. They are having a pretty bad season, not that much worse than ours. But they are still on the losing end right now as Sama takes a carry. That's going to turn into no gain for 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10, Joseph goes short to Sama on the little wheel route. And he's going to turn that into a gain of 8. There'll be a minute left to go after this play. Joseph has his pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to give Purdue one more opportunity with 55 seconds left to try and get something going. On 2nd and 8, Brooks goes down the field wide open, has a man. And with 30 seconds left to go in this first half, step out of bounds. At a 39, Brown downfield again. This one's going to be incomplete. So not able to get it on back-to-back plays of at least a 10-yard gain. Now Brown finds his back. This one's going to be, I think, maybe a loss of about 1, maybe 2. 3rd and 12. Now it's 30 seconds left to go. Brown, pressure was coming, and this one's going to be broken up. So defense able to hold on. Purdue would go for a field goal. This one would not be anywhere online. Sama with 19 seconds left has a good run, a 2nd and inches. Maybe we can get ourselves in the field goal range and add a little bit more. On 2nd and 16, we try to go for the tunnel screen again from the opposite direction, and they sniff that out immediately. On 3rd and 5, Joseph has a man open. This will be a first down. 6 seconds left to go. And, I mean, why not just take a shot? Let's just see what we can do with a Hail Mary with no time left. Bat it down. Caught by Steck. And it would be a 1st and 10 from the 4. He's not able to get to the end zone, but that would have been play of the year if we would have been able to get that. I'm going to be real with y'all. Anybody here that wears glasses? You ever change? You ever get your new pair of glasses middle of the day? Oh, this is causing a major headache. Oregon is having a way with Michigan State. That's a tied game, surprisingly. I'm going to have to go swap my glasses because, wow, my eyes hurt. Sack! Thomas Iberger able to... I said Iberg like 3 times. Heiberger. Or Iberger. I messed his name up in this video, and I've called his name more times than I can count. Now, going outside, plenty of running room, completely untouched all the way to the edge. Can anybody catch him? And the answer is yes, we will catch him, but he's all the way down to the 5. On 12 rushes, 128 yards for Gibson. He takes another carry, and he's up to the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Will Purdue be able to make this game only 3 points? Handoff for Gibson. No, he stopped at the 1. 3rd and goal. Goal line formation for the Badgers. Handoff up the middle. Gibson powers his way through Catalano. And he's into the end zone. They are going to make this a 3-point game. We cannot be doing this where we get a decent lead and be falling apart again. I'm pretty sure we've done that. I think we've done that. You know, you got some real good short-term memory when it comes to losing games like that, where we develop any kind of lead or we're in the game and then everything just falls apart as Joseph looks down the field. This one's caught by Rigby, cutting everybody off to get to the football. 161 yards, a touchdown, no interception. Joseph's looking good. 1st and 10, handoff to Sama. He's getting to the outside. He's going to get a gain of 9. No, 10. They're going to call that 2nd and inches. An injury on the Purdue defense holding at that knee. Sama not able to get the first. 3rd and inches now. Pistol formation. Handoff to Sama. He's going to cut this up. He's going to get us the first. JoJo Hayden's going to make that tackle. 1st and 10 for Jackson. No. Play fake. Joseph. What's he going to do with it? Trying to find Steck. And not able to complete that pass. Pressure coming. Immediately gets it out to Jackson. That's just a great play by the defender. Hurdled over 2 cut block attempts and still made the tackle. Get that man in the lead. Now Joseph goes short to Jackson. Jackson stiff arms a man. That's going to be a 1st and 10. We're going to try and get Brooks, who's not the fastest receiver, on a jet sweep. Probably not the best play call. Joseph's going to pull it. He's going to cut it up. He's got an eye for the end zone. He's in for 6. How often do you ever see that happen for me? Pulling it on a power option and able to make something out of it. Good play by Joseph. Right read, right hole, into the end zone. Now we do make it a 10-point game. They would get us for some offsides. So that turns a 1st and 10 into a 1st and 5. Gibson breaking tackles, and he's going to turn that into a 1st down. Quite easily. I mean, you only have 5 yards to go, but you do what you got to do. 1st and 10 going for the tight end. This one's complete for a loss of 1. Now Catalano's grabbing at that leg. He's going to be out. A false start now. Gibson's the one that jumps in the backfield. You're next to QB. Why do you jump? You know what the count's going to be. Pressure coming. And Brown's able to escape it all. I think we had 3 free rushers come in there, and he avoided all of it. Call that man Mr. Elusive. 3rd and 7. Not so elusive on that one. Russell gets back there. Now, Brown does get the ball away, so would not be a fumble as we go for a play fake. This one's caught by Brooks, 1st and 10. Up to the 28-yard line. Hand off to Jackson. He's going down for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. Sending a man in motion. It will be a pass. Joseph wants to try and scramble out, and he's going to go down. 3rd and 19. What can we do? Joseph rolling right. Tries to go down the field. Incomplete, but there's a flag. Did we just get bailed out by a pass interference on the defense? We did. And Joseph, okay, I can't lie. That's a rare animation. I've yet to ever see that one. He does get that out. We would catch it. It would be no gain. Jackson stiff-arming one man, turning that into a no gain. Would have been a loss of 1. Now Joseph stepping up. He's going to run. He's got a lane. Got a 1st. With that being done, the 1st and 10. We're continuing to try and pass this ball. This one's caught. This is going to be a near 1st down. Harris gets us 10, but that turns into 2nd and inches. Jackson would get us the 1st down. It's now Joseph on 1st and 10. He's got to get sacked for a loss of 3. Anthony Specca is able to make that sack. Pressure coming immediately. Getting it away on the screen. And a loss of 7 for 3rd and 20. Joseph, what do you got? Down the field. Caught. No, it's dropped by Shamar Rigby. Absolutely sunned the 1st defender, only to get rib checked by the 2nd one. 25 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter. Brown goes outside. This one caught, and it would be a gain of 5 on an RPO. 2nd and 5. Brown wants to scramble, wants to step up, finds a man. They're going to call that an incompletion. Hit the ground. No full catch. No full completion there. 3rd and 5. Brown into traffic, and he's lucky. That's not a pick going back the other way again. Having to punt this one away. Probably the best punt we've seen since we've lowered those sliders. Zion Kearney looking up the field. Going to give us great field position at the 40. giving our offense another chance to score as we are in the fourth. Joseph, wrong read. Oh, I just know that Dupree would have been gone. And now Joseph's going to get sacked for a loss of 10. 11 yards lost in 2 plays. Pressure coming immediately. And Joseph gets hit on the throw. That's a 3 and out after what should have been some great field position. Purdue's defense stands up and locks us down. Now, a handoff to Gibson. It's only going to be a gain of 5. I believe that's Bates that's shaking up on the play. Gibson's having a much better day than Abusama. Short for Brown. This one's going to be caught for a gain of 5. They're going to turn that into 3rd and inches. It was Kai Bates. I'm getting better with learning some of these names. Now on 3rd and inches. Brown finds a man. Tackled hard. Able to hold on to it. I believe that was Tally Jones, a freshman, on the tackle. With Catalano being shaken up and out of the game, essentially. We're having to rely on some freshmen to come in. Along with Aaron Witt, the senior, who should be making his way onto the field a little bit. 2nd and 7 after a gain of 3, where the receiver had to do everything to make sure that defender didn't catch that ball. Not Gibson, a different ball carrier now. And he's just as tired. 4th and 1, they're going for it. They would get it. I couldn't even get the excitement up for that. We all knew they was going to get that the second that ball got snapped. 1st and 10, a new hand touches the football. A 2nd and 8. Brown. Play fake. A little bit of pressure in the pocket. Rolling left. Sacked. Down. Danitz. So again, he's coming back from that injury. Makes a good play. 3rd and 15. Trying to get sneaky. Needed one man to beat. And only gained 5. Now they are in field goal range. They like to kick the field goal. It's up. No good. Wide to the right. I'm not saying we don't need to score, but it would be nice to just burn the last 6 minutes and 12 seconds of this game so we don't have to worry about it. On 2nd and 6, a handoff for Jackson. He tried to cut that thing up immediately. Didn't know where the next hole was going to be. Took the first one he could see. Joseph rolling right. He's just going to turn up and run with it. Gets a block down the sideline at the 30. Joseph's really been using them legs today, and that's been great. Excuse me. Joseph down the field. Caught. Coleman in traffic catch. I haven't seen too many of those this year. Now Jackson falling forward for a 1st down. That probably could have been a loss. Now pitching it out to Jackson. He's trying to get to the edge. He would get to the edge. He's going to run through a man. And that's going to turn into 2nd and inches. Where we hand it off to Dupree. He's going to get the 1st. So 1st and goal from the 7. Looking to try and get the dagger. Joseph goes outside to Steck. He stopped at the 1. All right, Joseph. Let's get into this end zone. Handoff. Palmer. No. Denied. Oh, I remember now why this. If you remember correctly, Joseph had a really bad pass earlier. Fumble. A really bad pass earlier. This is supposed to be a rain game. Everybody's dressed like it's supposed to be a rain game. I can't see no rain. We're gonna keep playing then. 4th and goal. Flag on us. Oh, 4th and goal from the 1's about to turn into 4th and goal from the 6. And the smartest thing for us to do would be to just kick the field goal. I seriously thought about faking it. Because, I mean, why not? Now we're up 13. They still have 2 minutes and some change to try and make something happen. They're not completely out of this game as we are approaching the 2-minute warning. And Brown looking downfield. This one's caught. That'll be a 1st down up to the 42-yard line. They have 1 timeout left. Even if they do score, they'd absolutely have to go for the onside kick. It's 1st and 10 inside the 2-minute warning. 1:55 left. This one's going to be caught, falling forward, driving the legs from turning to 3rd and inches. We send pressure, sending everybody we can. Incomplete. That's going to bring 4th and inches. Gun formation, tight end to the left. Brown wants to scramble for it. He's going to get the first. Ball's out, fumbling it. Picked up by Dynasty. He's having a game of his career. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for Wisconsin. 1:26 left to go. Dynasty, multiple sacks in this video. A fumble recovery. Oh, if only you did not get hurt earlier in the season. Man, that's just... The seniors starting to play in what is their last away game. Palmer takes this carry. Purdue having to burn that final timeout. Going for the RPO to Brooks, who's not going to get the first. Definitely close, turning into 3rd and inches. Hand off to the fullback. And no, that's 4th and inches. That's going to force us to kick another field goal. We would use up quite a bit of clock to do so. I mean, unless Purdue wants to just go and do something crazy. I think we're going to win this game 30-14. This Brown goes short to the right. Incomplete. Going in now, the Hail Mary defense. Everybody manned up. Brown scrambling to his left. Goes short for the back. He's going to start out running people. And that is going to be it. There's no way they make it back in time. He should just went out of bounds. The clock should start rolling in 3, 2, 1. And we are going to win the football game 30-14 against Purdue. Probably our 2nd best defensive performance. And Colton Joseph, 2 touchdowns, 208 yards. He also had a touchdown on the ground. I'm definitely going into next year, especially if I can keep him on the roster, going to, you know it's bad when your highlight play of player of the game is you getting sacked. All right, EA. But I'm definitely going to have to start using his legs a lot more. I keep saying that, but I need to put a sticky note or something on this monitor. Now, we did get a verbal commit from Alex Cordero, another will linebacker. Really trying to stack up on linebackers. We've unlocked Tactician and we've unlocked Recruiter. Now, next game, final game of the year. That's going to be against Minnesota. That's senior day. Can't wait to see how that goes. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, share, and all the good.